you can gain, you can achieve it.
Gain? Yeah, I achieved that. When I graduated from school, I had a high score at school. Yeah. And after that, I worked for a bank for 12 years, and I had some appreciate document.
Yeah. And do you know any other talented person, you know, among relatives, family members, or friend, who's really talented, and you think, oh, this person is really talented, she or he has talent for something, I don't know, music, or for example art, or something else?
I think that the person I admire.
Yeah, of course. You admire and say, yeah, she or he has talent for something.
Yeah, is maybe my husband. Yeah, he's a good person and he a good leader for his business. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Business for an electricity company. And his business is going well. And
yeah, of course. Very good, goes well. Just, you know, is going well, that's great. Okay, but when you are talking about general facts, something that is, you know, a fact and it's general fact. So you can say go. So his work goes well. It means all the time. When I say is going, for example, is going this year. Okay, but you know, goes well is goes well. Okay, well, as you can guess, we're going to talk about talent today. So let me share my screen. Okay. Well, so the first word of the session, so genius. So of course, you know, some people really smart, extremely smart, okay, and they have talent for something. So this is the meaning of genius, is something like talent, ability, something that you can do and the other no. Okay, and do you know any genius, inventive, clever, genius? But you know, let me say something here. There is a point that, first of all, let me say, okay. Here you can see the word genius. Genius is noun. Okay, if you want to use as an adjective, of course, we have another word. So let me say ingenious is an adjective. Yeah, of course. Ingenious. So this is adjective. Okay, and that is clever, extremely clever, you know, inventive person. Okay, and do you know?
Yeah, I know somebody in the Asian, the history, like you know, uh, Elizabeth Eden or yeah, so many persons. I don't remember exactly the name. Yeah, Isaac Newton or
of course. You know, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. For example, you know, not all of them, you know, some, you know, we can say some inventors, you know, very famous, ingenious people, inventors, okay, who were not good at studying at school. You know, yeah, that's really interesting. So talent is something different, I think. You know, so if you are talented, it doesn't mean that, okay, you should get, I don't know, for example, you should be great at math, or for example, maybe it's something like specific field, but you are really clever at. So you have brilliant, great idea. For example, you can be ingenious at business. You can be really good at business. So that's great to actually know that there is difference between, talent, and of course it's something. When you are clever, of course you're clever, but talent is something different. So sometimes you are talented, you have a gift for something. So the next word, let's talk about it. Okay, when you have a gift for something, it can be art. For example, Helen has a gift for business. She's really good at running her business. So we can say it's like a gift. Okay, so do you have a gift for something? Of course, it's a natural ability for doing so. It's natural ability for doing something. So just like, and I don't know, art or music or something else. Maybe singing.
Yeah. For example, I think I have a great gift for swimming. You know, I learned how to swim very fast, and I can
Ah.
do. I can swim in um, four type.
Oh,
Type of
great, of
swimming.
course.
Yeah, I
Of
think
course.
can we call it a talent?
Of course we can. Anything that you can do, but the others don't, as perfect as you do, of course, is your talent. So everyone can swim, but just a few people can swim in the best way. So it can be considered, yeah, as a talent, of course, yes. So you have a gift, for example, for sport. So this is a kind of sport. So of course you have a gift for sport, for example. And some kids, for example, some children, sometimes we realize that, oh, my kid, my child has a gift for something like, I don't know, she's really good or he's really good at art, music, for example, playing instruments, so something like this. And I think you told me that your husband is talented and he can lead. So I think your husband was born to be a leader. Sometimes some people actually were born to be, for example, in a position. This person should be, for example, the president of the US because he was born, for example, to be a leader. He was born to be a singer. She was born to be a, for example, musician. Okay. Uh, when we talk about composers like, Mozart or Chopin or, for example, Beethoven, okay? So you know them. They were born to actually play and to compose, maybe nocturnes, music. Okay, so they were born to be musician. So what do you think? Do you know anyone who was born to do something and you think, yeah, he or she is really good at it?
Um, yeah. Um, as the last time before I read the newspaper and some document about Diana Princess. She lived in the United Kingdom, you know,
Of
and
course.
I admire her because she's grateful, beautiful, and she did a lot of humanitarian work. So I think that she was born to be a um, humanitarian woman.
Of course, but unfortunately she couldn't because her life was too short. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, she was born to be a queen, you know,
Yeah.
to be, to be a queen, but unfortunately she couldn't. Yeah, of course. I do agree with you. And here we have another phrase, have an ear for something. So just we use this phrase, okay, for example, the statement when you have an ear for language or music, for example, okay, it means you have the ability to learn and understand, for example, of language or piece of music quickly. So you learn it very quickly. This is your ability. So you can have an ear for music. You can have an ear, for example, for language. So do you have an ear for music? Of course, you have an ear for language. So you can understand, you can learn. But about music, do you have an ear for music?
Well, that I'm sorry that I don't think I had an ear for music or language. I think everything is in process of practice. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
of
we
course.
have to practice again and again.
Yeah, of course. But you know, it's something like, yeah, practice. The time, you know, is different. Everyone can learn, but you know, time is different. A person who is smarter can learn faster, more quickly. But you know, maybe a normal, ordinary person learn, I don't know, maybe in a long time. So long-term or short-term learning is different, but of course, practice. But some people, but yeah, but when you have near for language, you can understand. For example, you get everything very fast, very quickly. So I think you have. I don't know about music, but you
And
have.
how about you? Have you
Yeah,
got an ear for something?
of course. Yeah, I have an ear for music. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know,
Oh,
somehow language, because you know, let me say something. I travel to different countries, and that's really interesting that wherever I traveled, I could speak in the language. So I have an ear for music and language, I think. Not too much, but yeah, I have a
yeah.
bit.
It's amazing to hear that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's have a look at these words and phrases. So, and let's use them in a few examples. Okay, may I ask you to do some examples using these words and idioms and phrases? I'm sorry, it's idiom. Yeah.
Uh, uh, the first one, um, Isaac Newton is the genius uh, of all the time of, of the world. And the second, um, she have a gift um, for, for art as for art and she and she was she is a genius of drawing picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, his were born to be um, a model of the world. And the fourth um, mm, my grand my grandmother have an ear for um, listen to music.
Okay, for just let me say something. When you want to, of course, use this word. So, for example, your grandma has an ear for music, just for music. Okay. So, or for drawing, for example, someone is good at drawing. So you don't use a drawing. Of course, when you say drawing, we know that you mean drawing pictures. So you need to only use this word. So just music. Yeah. And for example, you can say, yeah, he is genius. He's really, because he's really good at art, at drawing, okay, at something.
Okay.
Okay. Well, now, you're natural. So of course, we normally use these two idioms. So the first one, when you are natural, of course, natural beauty is something different, okay? For example, if someone is natural, it means, so it can be natural beauty, so it's something different, but they do something very well and very easily. For example, he's a natural with any kind of engine. He can fix all them easily and quickly. So when you are natural, so except for natural beauty, that's so for you are natural, you have a natural face, so it's something different. But when someone is natural, it means they do something very easy and very easily and quickly, something very well. Okay, so this is the meaning of being natural, and you can be natural in anything. So everything, like you can be natural in teaching English, you can be natural in your business, you can be, for example, natural in playing an instrument, okay? So you can be natural in everything or every field. But the second one, when you make something seem effortless, so it means something that is effortless means easy to do, okay? At least appears that way. So for example, basketball is really difficult, I think. But basketball players actually make it seem effortless. We said, oh, it's really easy to play basketball. When we try to know, it's really difficult to play basketball. So when you make something seem effortless, it means easy to do, appears that way. That's easy to do. Well, okay, now here, you definitely can do modeling. Yeah, of course. This is about beauty. So you are natural. So you can be a model. But another me, so two definitions here. You can be natural in something else, not only for example, physically. Well, let's make sentences using these two idioms.
Yeah. Um, for example,
Yeah.
my son play his Lego game uh, seem effortless. So he is natural. Yeah. He
Yeah.
um, he make a big shift with in a short time.
Yeah. Very good.
Um, yeah,
And
and that's all.
okay, you make.
You make. Uh, wow. You make this seem endless. You can fix all the thing in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So, uh, any questions related to the two idioms?
Yeah, I understand this.
Very
Too.
good. Of
Yeah.
course. Of course. Well, about wish. So you know that we discussed wish, and now we're gonna talk about it again. So, wish plus past simple. So as I told you before, wish can be used in different tenses and different meaning, of course. So, well, about the first one, that's wish and past simple. Do you remember anything about wish and past simple? Why and when we use it?
We use this when it didn't happen in the past.
Yeah. Okay, so of course, it's something like you say in the past, but I say no, it's present. Past simple. So wish and past simple is used to talk about something that we want, but it's something like it's not possible in present. For example, I wish I could see you next week. It's not possible. So you are going to take a break. So it's not possible. This is present time. But you know, the structure is past simple, but to talk about things which we want, okay, but are not possible. For example, I wish we had a bigger house. It's something that I want, but it's not like, possible, okay? But there is a point here. Wish or if only. So, wish or if only. So they're the same, okay? They are the same. Now I want to give you, for example, if only we could stop for a drink. If only we could stop for a drink. It means we wish. We wish we could stop for a drink, but we don't have enough time, so we need to keep going, okay? So I wish if only can be used, okay, for things that we want, but it's likely not possible, okay? So, for example, my kid, my daughter, couldn't get high score, couldn't pass the exam. I wish, for example, I want to do another example to explain something else, because you said pass. My daughter couldn't pass the exam, and I wish, okay, she had studied harder. Now you are talking about past with past perfect. This is the second formal wish. So you can use wish and past perfect had and past participle verb. For example, I wish I had studied harder. Okay? So what it means, it means I didn't in the past, so I couldn't pass the exam. So I wish I had talked to my parents. I didn't talk to my parents. This is past. So wish and past perfect, that is had plus past participle of verb, is used to talk about something in the past that happened or didn't happen, and we regret about it. Okay, so this is about past perfect. About would and could, we have modals would and could. We use past tense, actually modal would and could, to talk about wishes for the future, what it means, okay? So I don't like my work. I wish I could get a better job. So I wish I could get a better job. Oh, this is about future. So wish, okay, plus would or could. Future, something that we want, our wishes, okay, for the future. Wishes for example, if only, or wish, if only my parents would let me stay out later. I always have to get home early. So this is present, I always have to get home early. I wish, or if only my parents would let me stay out later. It means in the future. I wish they will let me stay out, for example, later. Now, I want you to make 3 sentences using past simple, past perfect, and would or could.
The first one, I wish I had a language gene to learn many languages, to become a polyglot, to as I can work as an interpreter in many countries. I think this job is really well paid.
Of course.
Yeah. And the second, if only I am taller than now, I think it would be wonderful.
Yeah, okay, just if only. Okay, now this is, you are using present. So if only, okay. Again, make it please. If only what? Because if only I am, you said if only I am, okay?
Yeah. If only I were taller than me now.
Yeah, of course. So we can say I were, okay? If only I were or I was, okay? So that's okay. So past here we need. And would and could, that's something for future, your future wishes.
Future?
Yeah, of course. I wish I would, it would, or could.
Yeah. If only I if only I were rich, I will go travel over the world.
So if only I would, yeah, I would be rich, yeah, wealthy. So, yeah, of course, your wishes for the future, okay? Yeah, I go travel, no, just I travel. We don't go travel. We
Yeah.
travel.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's okay. Sometimes you were, I know, it's normal.
So many times. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really normal. Sometimes, we forget some things. Well, okay, well, now let me say some, is it clear so far?
Yeah.
Because I want to, yeah, talk about something else. Okay. Wish has different uses. So I'm trying to give you more alternatives so that it's actually helped you to speak fluently. And now it's something like improve your grammar range. Wish and present continuous. You say, wow, so we use it. Let's see. For example, uh, I'm on the plane. Now I'm on the plane. Okay. And of course, we are flying somewhere. So these seats are very uncomfortable. These seats are very uncomfortable. I wish we were traveling first class. I wish we were traveling. So that is past continuous. So we use past continuous, or of course past simple or and past continuous to talk about the wishes for present. So it's present time. I'm having an issue with these seats now and it's in progress. So for example, 12 or 3 hours, this is my problem. Now I can use present past continuous to talk about my wish at present time. For example, these seats are very comfortable. I wish we were traveling first class. This is something that I want. Of course, it's not because possible, because it's just my wish, okay? So you can use past continuous or past simple, okay, to talk about your wishes for presents, okay? Now, may I ask you to do another example?
Yeah. Mm. Mm. This uh, this is too hot here. I wish I were in a cooler places. Yeah.
Yeah,
To
of
work.
course. Yeah, of course. Very good. Yeah, very good. That was really good. Okay, and let me check if I told you everything. Yeah, just for she and he, and of course, as you know, we use were instead of was. I wish. But, you can say I was. It's okay in speaking. But, I wish I were. I wish if only I were, she were, he were. Okay, so both of them are correct. So you can say, but it's your choice. You can also use were instead of was. So that's okay. Well, and
Were.
yeah, of course, were or was. Okay. Well, so this is about wish. And now, if there is no question, let's move on the next part. Of course, there are other structures. It's just I'm not going to make you confused, so I will talk about them later. Just I think that's enough for now. Okay, let's move on. Listening section. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Listen to two people who entered the competition and complete a table. So let's see. Okay, I think I remember that this audio. Let me check.
Unit 4, Recording 3.
Okay.
1.
So, Ralph, can you tell us a bit about your secret talent?
Well, I started drawing people when I was very young.
Okay, what sorts of drawings do you do? Mostly cartoons?
What I do is I draw cartoons of people when I'm sitting in cafes or when I'm on the train. And I can do a face in about 15 seconds.
So they're like caricatures?
Exactly. They are caricatures.
Has anyone ever asked what you were doing or caught you drawing them?
It's happened a few times.
But usually you do them in secret?
Usually. And occasionally I tell the person that I've drawn them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, while sitting here, I've drawn you.
No way.
Yep, it's right here.
That's brilliant. Definitely a secret talent. So tell me, how do you do it? Is there a special way to do it?
No, I just love drawing and I practice.
2.
What's your secret talent?
I can say sentences backwards.
Backwards? That's amazing. How fast can you say them?
Well, I can say them at normal speed, but backwards.
Can you give me an example?
What, my last sentence?
Yes.
Backwards but speed normal at them say, can I?
Wow. Can you give me another example?
Yes, I'll say your sentence. Example another me give you can.
Can you do it again?
Sure. Example another me give you can.
How do you do it?
I don't know. I think I visualise the sentence.
Is it talent?
I see the words in my head and it just appears to me.
Amazing. Have you ever done it in public?
Yeah, I've done it at parties and with friends. They all think I'm very strange.
Well, let's talk about the first one, and after that, I have a question about the second one. Is that really talent? Just, saying sentences backward?
Yeah.
Okay, from the end to the beginning. I'm Monica. Monica am I, so it's really easy. It's not talent. We can do it. I have a book. Book have I? Oh, it's not talent. I don't think so. So people have strange talents, It's something really weird. Well, okay, about the first one, what is his talent.
Right. He can draw. He had a talent for drawing. He can draw a person in the cafe shop. And yeah, very fast.
Yeah, very good. And has he ever done it in public?
Yeah, and he can draw in public many times.
Yeah, and is there a special way to do it?
Especially, he can do it in the coffee shop to draw people around him.
And does he practice?
Yeah, he practiced many times.
Yeah, and how about Carly? So, what is her talent?
Yeah, she can say sentences in back quiet. I don't know how to drive the back quiet.
Backwards.
Backwards.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of
backwards.
course. Backwards means from the end to the beginning. So backwards, oh, I forgot it. Okay, backwards from the end to the beginning. So, yeah, and has she ever done it in public?
Yeah, he can did it in a party for her friends.
So, yeah, she did. And is there a special way to do it?
And yeah, she can do it in the long sentences.
But special way, I don't know, practice or something like this?
No, she don't have to practice.
Yeah, okay. So, and does she practice? So you said no, so there is no special way to do it. No practice, just something inborn. So, well, so as you can see, but yeah, do you find it talent? Saying sentences backwards is a talent, you think?
Yeah, in Vietnamese, I can say it in
Of
backwards,
course.
but in different way.
But
we
you know,
can change the word.
in some languages, I think yes, it's definitely a talent. For example, I think Vietnamese is difficult, so Chinese is very difficult language. So if you can say sentences backwards in Vietnamese, of course it's a talent. But in English, I don't think so. English is really easy.
Yeah, different with the English.
Of course, English is really easy, so we can say it backwards, really. But of course, I don't know because maybe it's my mother tongue. I think that is easy, but I don't know. I find it really easy. But with especially Chinese, oh, it's really difficult language.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, I can't understand even one word. It's really difficult. Well, okay. And now, so let me ask you. It's something imaginary, of course. You were going to apply for a job, and of course, you were supposed to be in an interview with your actually the employer. And now you could mention something about yourself as strength point or maybe a talent to get this position. What would you say?
Yeah. I I could say that I I have a teamwork skill and self-study ability. Yeah, I think that I can learn something new easily, and yeah, I love challenging.
Yeah, you love challenges, so yeah, very good. So it's something like good, maybe strength point. Well, and so let me. Well, what talent would you most like to have in your life? So I wish I, for example, had this talent. So have you ever thought about it? Something that you really wanted to have?
Yeah, so many things. That we can make wishes. Yeah.
Of course, of course. So which one? We have some alternatives maybe here. I wish I could manage my time more effectively. So how about you? No. So.
Yeah, me too. I wish I could have more time to solve all the problem as fast as I can. Uh, yeah, 24 hours a day is not enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I know. And the second one, the only talent that I want to have is public speaking. Yeah, some people have actually issue with public speaking, you know. They are really good speakers, but they can't speak. For example, I have some students, you know, who can't speak in public, for example, among other students. It's really because of maybe self-confidence or something like this. I want to confidently present my ideas in front of a lot of people. How about you?
Yeah. The only talent that I want to have is singing. My family love sing karaoke, but I can't sing a short songs. Yeah.
So you can, but you really wanted to. Good. Maybe we can. Who knows? Okay, maybe in the future. And doing magic, maybe. I want to impress my kids. So just to impress your kids, you want to do magic? I don't know. So maybe for kids.
It's difficult to be with.
Yeah, of course, you know, maybe in the past when we were children, yeah, we used to wish for magic or something like this. We wanted to be, I don't know, to have the magic power, but it was childhood. Yeah.
I wish I could have magic ability to make metal to gold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, very good. No, all the time. I remember that when I was child, I used to think of actually being, I don't know, something like hidden. Like, you know, if I could, you know, if I could be hidden, if I could hide so that no one could see me and I could go anywhere. So that was really, really good. Yeah, of course, it was my wish. Well, okay. So, what maybe let me ask you, what talent would you most like to have to support your work? Is there any talent that you think can support your work?
Yeah, I think it's so many things that, of course, my work is I was detailed in working, and I to take care of everything in uh, yeah
Yeah.
and focus to everything that I have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
and
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
some teamwork skill. You
yeah,
know, we
of
work in
course.
this uh, a large team that so many people, but we can have ability to make people work together easily.
Of course. So maybe you wish so for future. That's really good. Now you can use wish and would to talk about your future wishes. So you can say, I wish I would be able to maybe improve my teamwork skills so that, for example, I would work with other people easily. So
Yeah.
this one is really good. Now you can use wish and would. The structure can be really useful.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And well, so we just talked about all words and phrases, so everything about this topic. So let me check. Yeah, we discussed. Okay, my dear Helen, do you have any questions, any issues related to this part, something that you want to ask me?
Yeah, I have something not clearly about the quiz sentences about the past and the past continuous. But I will read I will watch the record again and again so I can make many sentences to make clear this topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me say you have an issue about past continuous and past simple because I couldn't get what is your issue. You would you say it again so that I can understand what is your problem with this two structures?
No structure. I know that the structures,
So,
but uh, in the situation that we could use the
which one? Okay,
yeah.
so present. Actually, it's I need to talk about it in detail. So, I can do something because it's there are some rules that you need to know. So, and I need to discuss it about present. As I told you, for example, for general truth and fact, we use present simple. And when you know that the first use of present continuous is to talk about your in progress action, so something that you are doing, but there are other uses for present continuous, for example, for your future decisions. So that's really important to know how to use. I can do something for you after your class. I have another class. So after that, so later, I
Yeah.
will send you the rules, okay? The rules, there are some rules, and if you know them and some
Yeah.
examples, and I
All
will
the
send
rule.
you,
Yeah, I
yeah,
need the document about
of
all the rule
course,
of
of
the
course, of
yeah.
course. And I will send you, and I also send you a worksheet to practice. You can complete
Yeah.
it after studying and send it to me so that I can check your answers, okay?
Yeah, okay, it's wonderful.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Okay, my dear Helen, thank you. So I think this is the last session before your summer break.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. I
of
hope I can
course,
see you soon
of
in
course,
July.
of
Yeah.
course, just have a great, joyful trip and break, and see you after your break. And
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank
uh,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.